Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatin Anisa binti Macai, matric number 1192CA4. Today, I will present about my academic writing for subject Methodology of Islamic Studies, and the topic is the development of Islamic non-governmental organizations post-Islamic resurgence 1970s. The role, its relevance and contribution in civil society in Malaysia 1970 to 2021. My research question for this study is: first, what is the role of Islamic non-governmental organization in civil society in Malaysia? Second, what is the contribution of Islamic non-governmental organization in civil society in Malaysia? Third, what is the relevance of Islamic non-governmental organizations in Malaysia? For my research objective, firstly is to describe the role of Islamic non-governmental organizations in civil society in Malaysia. Second, to verify the contribution of Islamic non-governmental organizations in civil society in Malaysia. Third, to explain the relevance of Islamic non-governmental organizations in Malaysia. The development of Islamic non-governmental organization, the very early efforts in the early 70s to bring in Islamism, or sometimes called as political Islam, to Malaysia was carried out by a group of Muslim youth from an organization called Angkatan Belia Islam Malaysia ABIM. ABIM was founded in the year 1971 as a continuity to the famous campus-based Islamic student organization called Persatuan Kebangsaan Pelajar Islam Malaysia, or PKPIM, National Association of Muslim Students Malaysia. Around the 1970s, the involvement of Islamic NGOs in interfaith dialogue was still not so significant until the existence of Malaysian Islamic Youth Force ABIM. ABIM, which was founded in 1971, is said to have started a religious dialogue between Muslims and Confucians around the 1970s, soon after its establishment. Contemporary NGOs are the progeny of early 20th century organizations representing usually ethnic or religious interests. That legacy at least partly explains the continual communal tendencies of many NGOs and their combination of welfare-related activities with more political advocacy initiatives. The social movement active in Malaysia today developed out of welfare, religious, commercial and communal progress, and self-help bodies active since the early 20th century. Some of these groups have maintained a distinct political flavor since their inception, but most began with more of focus on service delivery than evolved towards issue advocacy. Particularly since the 1970s, these organizations have come to populate a civil society that looks increasingly. Even today, studies of Malaysian civil society are few and tend to be rather lax about terminology and scope. For instance, Makmur Tumin explained that nowadays the term NGO is used widely and readily for all bodies in Malaysia except political parties, labor unions, Freemasons, cooperative, military organizations, government bodies and private organizations, including several other small bodies. The role of Islamic non-governmental organization. Firstly, their role is to responsible for providing a true explanation of the beauty of Islam and educating the community with a comprehensive Islamic life. After that, they also need to organize measures to track the community with a comprehensive dakwah and tarbiyah. The role of Islamic NGO also introduced the general idea of change and da'wah Islamic propagation, emphasizing the principle of shumuliyah, comprehensive understanding of Islam, promoting Islam with comprehensive understanding and implementation in the life of nation Muslim. NGO as relief agents. The relief and charitable development play an important role in promoting justice, meeting the community needs, defending and advocating interests, and upholding the development agenda. Next. The role emphasized by Islamic NGOs is as a team of volunteers in Islamic deeds by reviving human civilization and the spirit of Amal Jama'i from a cohesive and dynamic society in facing the challenges and implementation of the vision of the Islam Hadari approach in Malaysia. Islamic NGOs in Malaysia also enhance unity among member countries, cooperate in political, economic, or social, cultural, and scientific fields, defend the dignity, independence, and rights of Muslims. Their role also to ensure that the protection of the rights of minority groups and women in Malaysia is guaranteed and protected. The contribution of Islamic NGO. In the last few decades, the contribution of non-governmental organizations (NGOs) in development and reform agenda has gained recognition, both locally and internationally. The recognition of NGOs is through their engagement in extensive array of activities, including philanthropic work for those who left out of the developmental process, as well as effort studies have shown that religious practitioners usually encourage development, charity, and generosity. Next, Wanita ISMA is the wing of women who move in the Ikatan Muslim Malaysia. ISMA, as an NGO, is registered as non-governmental organization adhering to the Aqidah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Women ISMA rejects any attempt to dilute the identity of Muslim women. ISMA women strive to develop their identities and define their identities women to be in line with the demands of religion and the requirements of the Maqasid Syara. Throughout 2014, Wanita ISMA implemented educational programs and a society that aims to provide awareness and sensitivity to maintaining the identity of Muslim women. Between the program implemented is the National Islamic Women's Convention, Usrah Wanita, Fake Wanita, Kerana Aku Isteri and Campaign Muliamu Wanita. Next, ABIM also had managed to introduce Islamic thoughts from various non-MB figures such as Sheikh Naqim Al-Atas, Ismail Al-Faruqi, Ali Shariati, Malik bin Nabi, Muhammad Al-Ghazali, and Yusuf Al-Qaradawi. Efforts to realize the approach of Islam Hadari. Islam Hadari is defined as an approach to human development, society, and the nation of Malaysia that is comprehensive based on the scope of Islamic civilization to produce individuals and Muslim communities who have the strength of spiritual, moral, intellectual, and material, able to be independent, competitive looking ahead. With that, some of the contribution to realize that effort is Islamic NGO has contributed seminar on understanding Islam Hadari, Islamic Hadari Organization Empowerment Seminar, and Islam Hadari Leadership Seminar. The relevance of Islamic NGO. Islamic NGO is to unite and develop Muslims in Malaysia so that Islam's develop in line with the development of the country today. After that, mobilize the energy and expertise of women towards the dignity of women and mobilize the potential of women, their intellectual power, expertise, and concern to develop the people. That's all from me. Thank you.